to try and challenge in front of this, maybe just spam a few shots through and hope to find a kill. Instead, he is met by Camo.
With 3 players coming around, it's a big swing straight into heavy traffic, and he is left tucked in the corner. They haven't managed to root any of these players out of position, and the first one is a 1-to-1 trade, running that clock down ever further as Kiko comes up behind for the double. That puts this round to bed.
Really wasn't there for Liquid. Through goes Camo,
Whoops.
but quite a few missed shots. In fact, a couple of players already dropped. This was a really small investment. If anything, it was only utility purchased into this round for Movistar KOI. Filu and Shados. Kamik is going to go down, and it's left all onto Panatek, the superstar sub in his previous team, but he'll only get one this time. Just yet. Again, we're seeing the B site regularly pressured, and that's not the start they were looking for. One of the hero rifles alongside the Outlaw, managing to get that opener, but the trade's coming back thick and fast. That's now last man standing, but you never doubt this man in a clutch.
Team Liquid putting quite a lot into this, even having used Camo's ult. It's not going to get them anything in terms of round wins, and economy damage can be
regeneration time. They'll be back in what, like 45 seconds.
Spike
that control's not held
A.
on to for long.
Here.
Gonna say.
Yeah, breaking this is going to give them an angle.
But
You will not kill my ally.
well, never mind. I mean, it's not going to matter too much. It's just a little bit frustrating for Camo.
You have to think that won't happen, and with the off picked up, a heavy piece of machinery, he wants to save it. He won't get the chance. Patatek waiting.
Only got himself a Spectre. Nats is looking for the entry on his own. He's just going to go swinging up. Still managing to just hold. This is a peculiar way to see the battle. And what Sokas actually does incredibly well with that Spectre. 2 kills to keep things even. Looking like the Armageddon about to come in to try and deny the players from planting with only 10 seconds on the clock. They need to get back onto that site, and it's going to take a little while to do so. Left all onto Filu, but he cannot land the shot.
That might not be so easy. The door just opened. I'm not sure. I don't think that was intentional. Orbital strike goes down. They're forced into the open, forced into the fight, and Grabinho claims both scalps. It's Patatek and Kamik on site, a res available, but where will they find the body to do so? Instead, they must stand their ground, their guns drawn, but round from Movistar KOI. No one there to follow up on the back of it. Gecko's ult used, and it's Shados coming out of that situation with the dub, forcing another res, another ult rather. The res coming in as Nats goes up to trade out. But it's Team Liquid, the ability to go back if they want to, but still running heavy into these forces and taking losses, but trading it out.
Grabinho's found a gap. Flyer also having his ult, but they will be able to survive at the back of it. Kamik also hoping that maybe they make a move a little bit too early. Filu, though, has taken the space instead, taken the initiative.
Lots of weaknesses in this round. Looking to make it work with the same walk through the smoke this time. Wouldn't quite say Grabinho was ready, but he reacted in time. Shots need to be hit, that's for sure. And, well, one lands, but it's on to Kiko. Team Liquid's numbers thin out further and further. Kamik not landing the shots, in Patatek with an ace and a sheriff in hand. They've even seen him pick up the gun, I believe. They'll have a good idea of exactly where he is. 42 HP, at least manages to drop one, but that spike too far gone, already diffused. Ever wise. Oh, to the space that's in play. Grabinho, he's trying to escape, and he takes one with him.
That's okay.
Shados using the cover of the ult to pick off.
We'll see if he can do any damage here, while the others just wait for the IGL to take control. He's got nothing. His ex-teammate putting him in the dirt, and now the others are just almost having to wait. The spike on the deck, it is clean.
Maybe this is the round they'll make it work, and Movistar KOI, despite the weaknesses their opponent have gone aggressive on B main. 3 players already pushed up into their spawn. That north side taking the wall! It worked against them! It drew their crosshair up just a smidge, but it was enough. Oh, a disastrous round for Team Liquid.
Now they can't move. If they do, they take damage.
Big push again, same play coming out of Movistar KOI. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Going straight for the B main aggression, dropping the spike already, sure. Play for Movistar KOI. The ult online for Solkas. Patatek puts out the Rolling Thunder to no effect. Far back just waiting is the firing squad, but they've been dealt the damage. Confused after hearing that step, there it is. 1 HP in the open of small sneaky spots by Movistar KOI, already representing a couple of kills with Filu up top. The first domino fell, and the rest have toppled right after. Nats, the last man standing.
for him to try and find this clutch, otherwise he's going to have to reload midway through, and he's going to get one on the cross. A nice attempt, but it isn't going to be enough. Not only isolated in his current position, but also on the side of the map. A nice start onto Shados. Again, a gun or just, yeah, there you go, at least a Bulldog, and that's now back on the floor again. Maybe a third time's the charm.
Pops the flash, doesn't catch them down below, and with the rifle only finds the one. Although I see Kiko didn't even manage to retrieve that rifle, he'll have to do it with the pistol, making it some incredible headshots to be delivered, or this round is indeed falling. Main avenues you're going to be contesting from. Patatek was already ahead of it down below. Camo ready for one, but that's all that there is to be found. A close shot by Patty, and quickly adjust to where this player is. He's seen two. And Patatek's the first to fall. A clean headshot delivered. Numbers equalized, but the fight doesn't go so well on the other side.
Yeah, unfortunately, the other two just don't have the weaponry. On to the remaining couple of players looking for those fights, but in the corner, Kamek is waiting. Well, you're seeing those lurks across either side. Flyer's been caught. Hopefully not the start that Movistar were looking for. And now Filu is going to go looking.
Instead, they're going to have to just go swinging. Look to take Nats down. It's a decoy, and he's realized it. Now looking for the real fight. Guided salvo doesn't put him out into the open, but he swings in alongside Kamek, and both 10 seconds on the clock. That spike needs to be planted here and now. Thrash already underway, and that buys Kiko a little bit of time to take him down. Well, Team Liquid 2 rounds trailing. That's as IGLing seems to be working for them. Kiko certainly is. Camo steps up. Patty's here to play. And a complete denial of this low-buy round from Movistar Koi. We've seen pistols in this series, and the one yesterday.
For them on the take, that by the time they actually go to move, the entirety of Liquid is here and ready. Even still, though, Grabinho gets the opener.
Yeah, Armageddon was used to clear sight, but off-site placement from Team Liquid gives them a ton of value for that. Avoiding the ultimate early on, able to fire from the side as they walk in, but Movistar Koi still come ahead in those duels, trading out even as it goes deeper with Filu on another, looking to finish the round there, and then it is Patatek all alone, up against 3 with the spike planted, with a lockdown in play for Flya with no information and no chance. Well, primed for an early fight is Camo. Flash goes out, and so does Filu. Out of the round. Down goes Shados. It's been a big push from both sides.
That wall has now gone, but immediately you can see that Nats is already watching. Camo holding the angle as well. They're going to try and face off, in fact, against Soulcast. And now, Grabinho.
Flya. Here comes the cavalry. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots!
Okay.
All I hear is gunshots. Beautiful. And his opponents drop. Team Liquid for Team Liquid. They have to start this off well. Early gate crash used. Filu's caught. Flya, Grabinho, everybody's falling.
You're probably used to checking it from when you're up against the Jet. Flya. It's going to be in a 1-for-1 trade, but that keeps the advantage. Ultimate's not online. Kiko definitely the closest, and in fact now he has managed to get that orbital strike. A chance to clear out the top side of the map, and that's exactly what he's done. Just making sure there's no one in the tower, but players had already moved.
That's it with Kiko going down. It's now essentially a triple crossfire. They can swing out together and take every single angle, and that's what they do. 36 HP on Filu. Liquid, they attempt to destroy the closer traps and now move to the site, but the flash pops just in time. We saw it set up by Flya earlier. Yeah, but they've been patient, you know, so far at least. One player steps out, head ripped off immediately. Another, one by one, they walk into this. The trade a little late, but it comes in eventually, leaving it down to Grabinho, though, and the close fight from Patatek, not quite expected. It's just been staring in that direction for the last minute.
It doesn't matter, though. Just Nats thing. A wallbang shot with the Outlaw. Grabinho trying to make a play goes down as well. That's not gone well. But Filu's still there.
If they do peek, it's likely to be just that dry swing, and there it is, catching them off guard. Shados and Flya both falling, and it's Filu's up with no shields. There's no way he goes for it.
He would have his blade storm.
Sure. Yeah, indeed. Team Liquid sending it to the other side of the map, though. You can see that Filu on the B site right now won't be involved in this engagement, and that leaves just weaknesses across the board. Players shot through smoke certainly doesn't help. Just looking to be carried through. Grabinho will see if he can get anything, but
right now I'm starting to think I don't want to see Patatek. Space is taken. Just so good at checking angles, clearing any of that space as well.
With their barriers up, Camo. Oh, he's not going to land the shot.
He already hit them all with his knife earlier on. Kiko might get caught out looking down, but he's going to take one with him at least. Buy some more time for the rest of the team in the post plant. I think that's the fragment going onto the spike, and then 2 shots hit in tandem. It's left onto Soulcast, but again, from the shadows to take that space instead. Again, though, he will fall, but it leaves the rest of the team still in that disgustingly strong post plant.
Well, at least there's not going to be any utility for a while. Movistar Koi put the pressure on with the tap, but Flya loses his life as they emerge from the smoke. A little bit too early on that, it seems. There was no punish. Shados now goes down, attempting the res. Another kill, another landing as everything falls into Team Liquid's hands.
And in fact, Camo is taking a completely different stance, going through the cage. That one might be a little bit much. But again, the rest of the team sat back waiting for the post. It's only going to be the trade out as Patatech falls. But still, they have a fairly hefty advantage. Where are they going? Okay, I think they're getting a little too cocky.
This guy's crazy. I mean, sat inside the smoke with the shorty after, fine. Both players low that are pushing, and both will fall. A chance now as the defuse is being tapped inside of that cage, halfway already. Solka steps out, looks for the fight, finds it on the first. Smoke about to fade. That shot could have put the round on the board for Movistar Koi. Instead,
with the supportive utility, they are pushing the spawn.
Yeah, well, they've taken a leaf out of Camo's book, going right up into their opponent's faces. 4v4. As a result, Hunter's Fury got a good idea where their targets are, and that's spot on. Nats out of the round. Great position as well. At least one going to be gifted to him. And a chance for more. The pressure on for Kiko. Surrounded. No safe space for him to take, and he ends up TPing behind them. Grabinho falls in the meantime, and that means position unknown. Free kill on Shados, and the shot from Camo to hammer home the lead.
More and more aggressive as the game goes on. Good luck, Flyer. They've at least managed to deny the ult, but that's about all that will be denied.
In terms of brawling ability, it's limited. Direct hit from Team Liquid already claiming the site. When you've got to take these weaker weapons and make up ground. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, they did push into Filu there, so hey, they gave him the shots. It's going to be both Filu and Shados with rifles on the way back through. Filu falls quickly, trade is there, but it's still left to just one, and one pistol at that. Time ticking, but the shot lands to put this into a doable position. Unfortunately, too little.
Force him into really awkward battles and then just running it down.
Oh my. Okay. Couple of connections, it puts them on the board, perhaps. It could be the round. The responses are so quick, though. Barely avoiding that nade up top. Finally lands the death blow. Flash is good. Players on either side, but it doesn't matter. Both will fall. Damage done. Could put Grabinho in a spot to do some damage. He's isolated a 1v1, and the shots landed. That's the spike down. Where was Patatech? With 20 HP, he steps back into the angle, but finally, Paranoia used Grabinho, still with a good chance that they do push up that avenue. And he sprayed. He thought he was making a good play, but evidently not, as it seems that Team Liquid cannot put a foot wrong. Everything landing yet again. And, well, except for that, nice shot by Filu, but he's got to do it all. An ace.
Four more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's about right. Well,
don't hold your breath.
Good flash, just left them blind, but still, again, Kiko is there to land the shot, keeps things even as Filu is able to trade. As said, he's been the one sort of glimmer of hope for them thus far, but the trade's coming back thick and fast. It's left just onto Kiko, but he has been a hero throughout this game.
More bullets.
Even realizing exactly where Soulcast stands. The ex-Liquid man versus the current. As he tries to bait him into that peak, but it's going to be easier said than done, and Soulcast is playing this one to perfection, just buying that time on the clock, and that shot just cannot be connected. It will be all too easy.
We'll see them push up on B as a big old unit. Nats does manage to find one on the other side of the map.
Is there a world where they manage to all get past the cam? The answer is no. I don't think that one's going in. That's not going in Soulcast's classic montages that we normally see. It seems like it might not be too much damage. It's going to be Soulcast down, but it's only a pistol that's been retrieved. Your controller is on this side of the map. Nats will start things off well. That's Filu down. The space being taken, but it's all a ruse. Yeah.
They've seen them all. Flash goes up as space is taken on the side. Team Liquid flooding in. Camo with the double and Kamek following up with the final. Push from the attackers having taken control of Heaven. Spot by Kiko though, left unchecked for a little too long. Able to capitalize the kill. Fight in mid. Definitely not expecting Solkas to be embedded in that position, but the numbers are thinning and left down to just this man. 1v4, Spike down on B. Not a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah, they're going to double peek it as well. Not a chance for Solkas in that one. After it worked lamps as well, I think.
Where good teams get all their strats. Big play, crunch through the TP, but it has not worked out to make this possible. And Nats coming up behind someone. You wouldn't guess it, it's Solkas to win the fight. He's outdone Nats in the flank game. Patatek caught reloading, will be dropped. Kiko, though, comes in to try and close this out. Everybody's low. One bullet needed for everyone, including Solkas. As around the corner comes Solkas. Saved.
It's such a late flank that it is going to be expected. I thought maybe Grabinho would be caught off guard, but everybody's slowly being picked apart and leaving just Kamek with potential to clear any close positions. That's exactly what he's done, but instead, Patatek goes peeking. It's only going to be the trade, in fact, Flyer. And now you question, okay, do they slow it down again? No. They want to fight into this, leaving Camo as the last man standing, and he's done very well. It looked a little bit labored of Leon, but instead he takes over.
I think a flash ready for Flya as well. It's going to come over top and give Filu the chance to close in the distance on some unsuspecting opponents. There's the shot, and it's landed. Dagger in the back a little bit later on. As Flya falls, though, they're losing a lot of the control, a lot of the ability to deny this spike plant. Nade buys some time, but flank is perfect from Kiko. He'll land one, even getting onto Shados quite quickly, but still, that spike needs to be defused with two players sitting around and a star available at Gravwell just coming up online. Should be able to cancel. It's not quite going to stop it before half, though. They're trying to body block onto the spike. The time running low. Grabinho desperately trying to get here in time, but he won't be able to affect the outcome. No command goes in. Mosh just before buys a little bit of time. As Filu goes down, in go the rest of Movistar Koi trying to take control of Hookah to help out on that site fight, but there is nothing.
More and more dangerous for Movistar Koi.
Oh, the flash, but it doesn't work out. It's Kamix instead that's landing all the damage, the quick double. The Camo stepping up to do just the same. Done. Solkas, 5 HP, sat back with a Guardian.
It's clear, they know it, but they're playing in front of it, and I almost think that might just be a plan from the side of Liquid to put themselves in unorthodox positions, ones that you've got to gamble with. Speaking of gamble, it looks like Kamek going to try and sneak out, but they're aware of it. Had support from Kamek, and even the flash going through, but Shados is still standing. Doesn't swing off of it, goes back around, and in classic form, in a classic position, try and get as much information. They know that the players are there on the other side, and in fact, even waiting to try and catch them.
Nats is in the pit, and he's been caught. Okay. I just expected him to come out on top in that, but Solkas is on a tear. Double kill already on the site. You've got to fight through that pit to win the round. It's time to think about saving. He just wants to make it as costly as he can. Maybe catch them all on the way out. There's one, there's two. Nicely done. And indeed, Movistar Koi a little late getting to the angle. Of flash now primed and ready. Filu still lands both shots. Okay. Left down to 2 HP, and he will fall. And the showstopper will be cancelled out. Kamek looking to hold his ground, grabs another, and almost drops Solkas too. Neck and neck for a moment. Might only be 2 and 6, but you give this man a chance. He'll put rounds on the board. The tap there. Here comes the swing, and it's Grabinho to send it home.
Take both initiators fighting. They've got to be careful here, and actually they've lost both fights. Running as fast as he can, but he can't get into support with the ultimate currently blocking. In fact, he tries to go through it, gets wrecked for it. Luckily, you still got Kiko there, who's been an absolute superstar, trying to do everything on his own, even spotting out the remaining couple, but they're going to peek it before his ult can go through. Nats is there with one more.
Maybe he could be going back into the spawn. Nats has to split his direction both ways. 6 bullets left. But with such low HP, it might not matter. It depends on the timing, and it's Grabinho! From Grabinho, it is a very weird pace to the round. I think Nats will be blindsided by that and just taken down. with the control still over Bath. A good spot if they could get past Kamek. Huge shutdown, deleting the Bath players, and sure, Nats will fall, but now time is the issue. They don't know where these players are. No utility left, though. It has to be just the dry peaks, and Kiko wins it. Now, surely the timer gone too far with no chance for Grabinho. It seems Team Liquid have done enough.
They're going to do things on the attack. For now, the defense have all gone running about. That was a nasty surprise for Kamek, and holding on to this might not be too easy. Shados with another. They're already making this one costly.
Everyone else resetting to take these fights. I like that setup. Sure, Patatek does go down. Nice shots from Solkas, avoiding the snake bite, but walking straight into Kiko. And that'll be the round done. Picking up the Outlaw in so many of these rounds. It's different, and it works. It has worked before. Let's see if it does this time. With all those extra shields in play. Although it doesn't help Flya much, Grabinho falls quite quickly. Now we're in a bit of danger with players all over the site. Decent spam does damage to Nats. Kiko is low and quickly dispatched. Filu moving in together. Off angle by Kamek, and the spray doesn't land. It's Filu's third of the round.
Use of the grab wall to make sure they can't get too much information. Orbital strike thrown in, but even still, the opening kill has gone the way of the defenders. That's messy.
What? This could be everything, but the players perfectly avoiding and walking into Solkas and taking him down. Team Liquid immediately on that diffuse tap, swing all their forces through and leave it down to just one.
3 away from... This was a match where... I was going to say there's definitely been opportunities. That from Flyer was impressive. In fact, it's going to continue. Kamek goes walking back into the same fight.
For the side of Team Liquid, and Movistar Koi can't allow him the opportunities. He's on the clock, and a swing into heavy traffic backwards is going to send him.
Has already been claimed as well, so that is the Viper's pick. Great flash, though. Or through, but he doesn't get the second.
Movistar Koi would find Ideal. A push up, and it's perfectly timed. That was Camo popping the ultimate, the showstopper to entry. Denied, but the flank from Kiko. The second man, not expected. Not locking down the control for too long as it's kept. He spams so much that finally he walks in and meets his doom. It's left to Grabinho. The dog on its way already, spotting him. And he can actually tap this from just outside, I believe. Reposition is perfect, but they're looking the right way. Lots of backup to cover it. Nade doesn't quite land. In fact, it's a little precarious of a position for Flyu, who goes down, but Shados with a masterful trade. Rotation to the teleporter. In fact, both are walking back. They have absolutely no idea this man's here, but he only gets the one. The nade will be fired out. It bounces back. It's going to do damage, but not quite enough. The shot lands, though. Bathroom. There's no one there. They know that for a fact, and I thought that might have seen rotations come through, but no. Playing outside of Lamps to avoid that ultimate. Filu goes through for just the one.
Potential. Patatek. Oh, he's dead. Can't quite clear the fragment. And if he had, we'd be looking at Flyer as a mistake. Instead, he gets himself a second with the Stinger, a third one as well. He's brought that one over from North America. We spoke about it before, the Stinger.
This is their chance to equalize.
Kiko, though, again, this time taking up the role of the duelist. He's been given a rifle for a reason. And looks to do more. Kamek will fall.
Of the guided salvo, but unfortunately, they haven't found the kill. And as a result, Patatek's there to take the hit off the showstopper. The follow-up from Kiko with all 5 under his belt. The smoke up close, 3 players creeping in from Movistar Koi, but it's expected, and Camo delivers.
With 5 players, Filu low, he's proven he can still hit shots, but not in this one to do versus his former team.
Nice snake bite. They're going to be vulnerable, dropping down into it. It's a mistake. They've fallen into his trap, and that gives a chance. Flya, he did it. But are they suspicious of the wraparound? Yes, they are. It's Kiko holding it, swinging in to close out the map.